In this video, we will discuss the 6 global JavaScript objects. Within every JavaScript program, there are 6 global objects that are available. They are document, which is the current HTML page and its content; history, which is a list of pages that the user has visited; location, the URL of the current HTML page; navigator, information about the web browser you are using; screen, information about the screen area occupied by the browser; and window, which is the browser window itself. The window object is the top-level object in the DOM hierarchy. It is the window interface and represents an open window in a browser. This could also be an iframe or a pop-up window. Technically speaking, all global code and variables become part of the window object. Also, a window object can only have one document object, and the document object can only have one window object. Some of the global JavaScript objects are properties of the window object. They are document, history, and location. Some of the global functions that you have already been using are part of the window object. For pop-up boxes, they are alert, confirm, and prompt. For timers, they are set interval, set timeout, clear interval, and clear timeout. The open and close methods are used for opening new browser windows. It also contains general user interface functions such as blur, focus, move by, resize, and scroll. If you've ever been annoyed by the non-closable pop-up windows, window.open is the culprit or the offender. This piece of code creates a new window object and opens a new browser window. It is not recommended to use this method as it will not be reliable, since browsers and pop-up blocker software may prevent this method from working. The document object is the current web page and the elements inside of it. This is the main JavaScript object that is used for getting information about the current HTML document or for manipulating the HTML page in some way. The document methods and properties are also used to select elements in the page. For instance, getElement by ID or getElements by name. In addition, close, open, write, and writeLine are used for writing HTML expressions or JavaScript code into a document. The location object is part of the window object and is accessed through the window.location property. The location objects contain information about the URL of the current web page. This is information such as the host name, the port, or the protocol used. The location methods are assign, reload, and replace. This is to load a new document, reload the current document, or replace the current document with a new one. The navigator object contains information about the browser itself. For instance, the app name, which is the name of the browser itself. It also has other properties such as online. This is a Boolean value that returns true if the browser is online, otherwise false. Some web programmers examine the navigator object to see what browser is being used and write browser-specific scripts and hacks. For example, if navigator.appName equals to Microsoft Internet Explorer, do this particular JavaScript code. This is poor programming style and will only result in a poorly designed and broken website. The screen object contains information about the visitor's screen. For instance, the available height or the available width, or the actual height and the width of the screen. The history object contains the URLs visited by the user. The history object is part of the window object and is accessed through the window.history property. The history object has one property, which is the length, which returns the number of URLs in the history list. It also has the methods of back, forward, and go. This will load the previous URL in the history list, or load the next URL in the history list, or load a specific URL from the history list. Due to security concerns, sometimes the browsers won't let the scripts view the history properties.